Beautiful people, as always, I want to thank you for coming back to yet another show of the Ignite Your Purpose show podcast vlog, where we talk longevity on the daily, baby. Longevity on the daily through a healthy lifestyle. It is a mix of that mental, physical, and that spiritual knowledge, the mind, body, soul trifecta. And I am the storyteller, beautiful people. I tell stories on events that happen in my life daily and how I am using those events to gain knowledge. You know, I've been in the Soto Zen game for 10 years, and I try and take every act, every good thing, every bad thing, and I try and, I don't want to say analyze them, but I try and use them to my advantage to make myself better. And in turn, I hope to be able to teach you some lessons out of the lessons that I'm getting. Damn, I hope that makes sense. On that note, beautiful people, I want to talk to you simply about this today. Those New Year's resolutions, all right? We all know the New Year's here, it's come, it's gone, it's whatever. And not even just New Year's resolutions, just the times we decide to make plans for ourselves. Hopefully for the betterment, right? Usually I think we make plans to be better. I don't think we make plans to be worse. And something that I find interesting is after 10 years, and this is why I'm going to talk about this, after 10 years in the Soto Zen game, there is certain language we use to talk about that. All right, how asking for something in a spot of lack means that you actually lack it, so you're not going to attract it. Confusing as hell, I know. But somebody said something the other day, and this is 10 years later, and I heard it about New Year's resolutions, and he said, it's interesting that every time we make a New Year's resolution, it's from a place of wanting to be better, right? So the same but different. And I stood there and I listened to that and I watched that part over 3, 4, 5 times, and I was just like, man, this is crazy. You know, when we are asking, what are some of the New Year's resolutions to be? It's usually not healthier. It's usually to lose weight. It's usually wow, that was a good word. It's usually to lose weight. It's usually to get more money. It's usually to find love. It's usually to, you know, stop something. Meaning we're coming from a spot where we already think negatively of ourselves or negatively of the situation that we are in. So if we need more money, that means we're coming from a place that we don't have enough. Right? We're always coming from these spots of not having enough. It's only when, and this is where Soto Zen kicks in, and this is where the Eastern and the Western mash for me finally after 10 years, man, holy geez. It's only after we can understand that we are enough. Now, this is going to sound somewhat foo-foo, but only when we have enough and are enough that we can then ask and meet halfway. So I'm not going to be able to ask for, I don't know, if I was uber huge, I'm not going to be able to just ask to get skinny and do nothing about it. You know what I mean? And then that means that I'm also resentful of how big I am. You see what I'm saying? You could say, no, that's not true. You know, I'm not resentful. But if you want to be better, you have to admit where you're at. But you also have to be happy with where you're at. You know what I mean? And I don't mean happy as a way as, yeah, I'm 450 pounds, I'm only 4 feet, and I'm really happy with who I am, because I call bullshit on that as well. I don't think you would be happy in that spot. I think you'd be in a lot of pain. I think there'd be a lot of suffering, and I think that would be a shitty spot to be in. But you have to just, I guess not happy would be the word. I guess accept would be the word. So I accept that I do not have the body that I want. So I'm going to work towards getting that body. That would be a better New Year's resolution, I think, or just resolution in general than I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Okay, well, how am I going to do that? Well, we have to have a plan. You're going to lose 100 pounds, hell yes, but we have to have these plans in place, right? So if you're going to put these New Year's resolutions in place to come from a spot where we have a plan and maybe have a better perspective on it, not just, yeah, I'm broke, I need money. Okay, why am I broke? Okay, what are the things that have got me to this spot of maybe not being as abundant as I could be? Because this universe is strictly abundant, right? And this is for me as well, man. I struggle sometimes with when I'm asking something, do I really believe it? You know what I mean? So this is like a tenfold thing, but to not come from a spot of I need more, which means I am in lack. That's the twist. We don't want to come from a spot of thinking we are not enough. We are more than enough. We just have to choose the right path, the right words, the right plan, the right function, the right ideas for ourselves to get into that spot of abundance. And on that note, I'm going to end it there. Let's try not to come from that place of lack. Easier said than done, as only, well, I shouldn't say after 10 years, but I'm only starting to understand that statement after 10 years. And I mean that not intellectually. I mean that from the heart. I mean, believing my pre-thought before it comes and then visualizing the outcome type of shit. I don't mean, yeah, I get what Bob said about don't come from the place of lack. Yeah, that's intellectual. We get that. I mean, feel it in your heart, beautiful people. It is time. It is 2019. Let's get up. Let's get at it. Let's make the plan. Let's have the focus. Let's execute. I love you all. Thank you for joining Ignite Your Purpose. As always, we will see you tomorrow.